Welcome to Module 7 of this beginner cybersecurity course. So far we've covered threats, networks, malware, and human weaknesses. Now we shift gears to look at the tools defenders use to stay ahead of attackers. In this module, we'll explore what a SIEM is and why it is crucial, the difference between AV, EDR, IDS, and IPS, how detection rules work, and which tools SOC analysts use daily in real environments. By the end of this module, you'll be able to understand the role of a SIEM in threat detection and response, distinguish between AV, EDR, IDS, and IPS tools, explain how alerts are generated and processed, set up a lightweight detection lab using WASU. All right, let's talk about one of the most important tools in a security operations center, the SIEM. If you've ever wondered how security teams keep an eye on everything happening across a company's network, this is it. So, what does SIEM mean? It means security information and event management. So, a SIEM collects and analyzes log data from across an organization. Think of it like a digital control tower. It aggregates logs from firewalls, servers, applications, and endpoints to detect anomalies and generate alerts. SIEMs help SOC teams detect suspicious activities, correlate events from multiple sources, and investigate incidents efficiently. Let's break down four key defensive tools. First up, we have antiviruses or AV. It works by scanning for known threats using signature-based detections. Think of it like comparing files against a list of known bad guys. It's mostly passive. It reacts when it spots a match. A common example is Windows Defender. Next is endpoint detection and response or EDR. Unlike traditional antiviruses, EDRs constantly monitor endpoint behaviors, tracking logins, file access, processes, and more. If something suspicious happens, it can trigger automated actions like isolating the device. Think CrowdStrike. Third, we have intrusion detection systems or IDS. These tools monitor network traffic and raise alerts when something looks off, like unusual port activity or unexpected protocols. An IDS is passive, it watches and warns, but it doesn't block. An example is SNOT. Lastly, intrusion prevention systems or IPS. These are similar to IDS, but they go one step further. So they can actively block malicious traffic in real time. So while IDS is like a guard dog that barks, IPS is the one that bites. A popular example of IPS is Surocata. Now, here's a quick comparison of these tools in a table format. You'll see how each differ in function and whether they are active or passive and some real-time examples. Understanding these tools help you appreciate how layered defense work and each one covers a different angle and together they can make an environment much harder to breach. What are detection rules and why do they matter? Detection rules are sets of instructions or algorithms used by security software to identify and detect known or potential threats to a system. They are the brains behind alerting systems in cybersecurity. They define what's suspicious and what isn't, so tools like SIEMs, IDS, or EDR platforms know when to raise the alarm. Without them, your security tools will just collect data without knowing what to look for. And they matter because they help sort real threats hiding in millions of logs. They connect relevant and related events across different systems. They speed up incident response by flagging high risk behaviors and they reduce noise by filtering out false positives. Let's break that down. Imagine a security guard watching surveillance cameras and the guard can't watch everything, so you program motion sensors. Detection rules are like those motion sensors. They tell the system what to watch for, like unusual logins, large data transfers, or someone disabling antivirus software on their computer. In a real-world security operations center or SOC, analysts don't rely on a single tool. Instead, they use a stack of integrated tools covering different parts of the attack surface. First, we have SIEMs. They are the central point for log data and alerting. Popular examples include Splunk, ALK, Wazoo, and Microsoft Sentinel. Next, EDR platforms. These monitor individual devices and detect suspicious behavior at the endpoint level. Two leading examples are CrowdStrike and Sentinel-1. Then we have packet analyzers like Wireshark. These help analysts dig deep into raw network traffic, inspecting packets to spot anomalies, malware, or misconfigurations. Threat intelligence tools are also critical. They give context, helping an analyst understand whether an IP address, file hash, or domain is known to be malicious. Examples include Virus Total and Abuse IPDB. And finally, SOAR tools, which stand for Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response. These tools automate playbooks, ticketing, and even containment actions, helping analysts respond to the threats faster and even more consistently. Now that we've explored defensive tools like antivirus and SIEMs, it's time to get hands-on. In this portfolio project, we'll be working with Wazoo, a free and open source SIEM platform that collects security data and raises alerts just like the commercial tools used in real SOCs. We are using the pre-built Wazoo virtual machine, so there's no need to install anything manually. All you need to do is go to wazoo.com/download and scroll down and find the Wazoo OVA file. Click to download, and this might take a few minutes. Once this is downloaded, open VirtualBox. Go to File, then Import Appliance, and select the OVA file you just downloaded. Click Next, then Import, and you can leave the settings as they are. Now select the imported IVM and click Settings, go to Display, and in the graphics controller select VM SVGA option. After doing that, click Save or Apply and start the machine. When the VM boots up, log in if prompted, and the login is usually provided on the screen. Then open a terminal and type IPA. So IPA, you can use it to find the IP address of your Wazoo dashboard. Select that IP address and copy it and paste it into a browser on your host machine or any other machine on the same network with your VM. Once the dashboard opens up, log in with the default credentials admin. You should now be able to see the Wazoo dashboard. If it looks like this, your setup is complete and you're ready to begin the project. Once you've set up, go ahead and follow the project instructions to simulate an alert and document the response process. This mini project gives you real experience working with a SIEM and responding to alerts just like in a real SOC environment. That concludes Module 7. Let's recap what we've learned so far. SIEMs are central to monitoring and threat detection. AV, EDR, IDS, and IPS tools each defend a different layer. Detection rules drive alerting and require tuning. SOC analysts rely on multiple tools to detect, investigate, and respond. You can now set up Wazoo and practice tracking an alerts lifecycle, a key SOC skill. In the next module, we will learn what tools attackers use and why understanding these tools help you become a stronger cybersecurity professional. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.